Welcome to Inspiration from the East. Here we journey through the wonders, history, and enduring inspiration of Eastern cultures, uncovering stories that have shaped civilizations and continue to ignite imaginations around the globe. Whether you're passionate about ancient architecture, epic legends, or the vibrant cultures that span Asia's vast landscapes, this channel is your gateway to discovery. So join us as we explore the mysteries and marvels of the East, revealing the lessons, creativity, and spirit that connect us all. Subscribe and let's embark on this adventure together. As the first light of dawn kisses the horizon, the morning mist delicately lifts over central Java, revealing a landscape steeped in history and mystery. The air is thick with humidity, carrying the scent of fertile earth and ancient stone. From this ethereal canvas, two monumental structures rise from the earth, piercing the sky with their grandeur, testaments to human ingenuity and spiritual devotion. These are Borobudur and Prambanan, iconic symbols of Indonesia's rich cultural heritage. They stand as silent giants watching over the land and whispering tales of bygone eras. Borobudur, a mountain of stone meticulously crafted, a breathtaking monument to Buddhist beliefs, is adorned with thousands of intricately carved panels, each a visual narrative of Buddhist teachings, and serene Buddha statues, radiating peace and tranquility. These figures, weathered by time and the elements, are silent witnesses to centuries of change, political upheaval, and the ebb and flow of human existence. Nearby, Prambanan's sharp towers soar skyward, a majestic complex dedicated to the Hindu deities, its walls alive with the epic tale of the Ramayana, a timeless story of love, duty, and heroism etched in stone. These temples, built for different faiths, one Buddhist, the other Hindu, yet standing side by side in remarkable harmony, a testament to the religious tolerance that has often characterized this region, are more than just ruins. They are not simply remnants of a forgotten past. They are libraries of stone, each carving, each inscription, a page filled with invaluable information, holding the secrets of ancient Indonesia, waiting to be deciphered and understood. Their very existence poses a puzzle, a challenge to our understanding of history and human potential. What kind of society, what level of sophistication and organization could create such masterpieces of devotion and engineering, feats that continue to inspire awe and wonder in all who behold them? These are the legacies of powerful kingdoms, empires that once held sway over vast territories, that flourished over 1,000 years ago, leaving an indelible mark on the cultural landscape of Southeast Asia, long before European explorers arrived, forever changing the course of history. To truly understand their builders, the visionaries, the artisans, and the laborers who poured their hearts and souls into these magnificent structures, we must journey back in time, peel back the layers of history, and immerse ourselves in their world. To the kingdoms that rose and fell, their stories intertwined with the very stones of these temples. On these volcanic islands, a land of fire and fertile soil, where nature both creates and destroys. These were not isolated chiefdoms, small and insignificant settlements clinging to survival, but influential empires, centers of power and innovation that shaped the destiny of the region, whose power radiated across Southeast Asia, influencing trade, culture, and politics for centuries. Their wealth was built on trade, on the exchange of goods and ideas that connected them to the wider world. Their culture shaped by a constant flow of new ideas, religions, and artistic styles from across the seas. The story of Indonesia is the story of these ancient kingdoms, their triumphs and their struggles, their beliefs and their achievements, and it begins with the geography, with the unique and challenging environment of this vast archipelago that shaped their destiny, influencing their way of life, their beliefs, and their very survival. Let's explore how these wonders came to be, how these ancient kingdoms rose to prominence, and what secrets they left behind for us to uncover. Indonesia, a sprawling tapestry of emerald islands scattered across the vast expanse of the ocean. A nation unlike any other, comprised of over 17,000 islands, each with its own unique story to tell. From the bustling metropolises to the serene, untouched paradises, Indonesia is a land of incredible diversity. This remarkable archipelago sits strategically at the crossroads of two mighty oceans, the Indian and the Pacific, and between two continents, Asia and Australia, a geographical position that has profoundly shaped its history. For millennia, the seas surrounding Indonesia were not perceived as barriers, but rather as vital highways. These waterways connected distant lands and cultures. This intricate network facilitated the movement of people, precious goods, and innovative ideas, weaving a vast maritime trade web that stretched across the known world. The predictable rhythm of the monsoon winds powered this ancient trade, dictating the seasons of commerce and cultural exchange. These winds carried ships laden with goods and travelers from India across the Bay of Bengal. Arabia, with its fragrant spices and precious metals, became a key player in this maritime drama. China and beyond sent junks laden with silk, porcelain, and tea, eager to participate in the lucrative trade. These ships converged on bustling Indonesian ports, transforming them into vibrant hubs of international commerce. Merchants, eager to capitalize on the seasonal winds, often waited months for the opportune moment to shift, transforming these ports into temporary homes. They lived and traded in bustling port cities, where a melting pot of cultures and languages thrived. These exchanges involved far more than just spices, the fragrant treasures that drew many to these shores. Languages, groundbreaking technologies, and diverse beliefs flowed freely, carried on the winds of trade and interaction. Indian traders, for instance, brought with them the profound philosophies of Hinduism and Buddhism, which took root and flourished. Chinese travelers, in turn, introduced new technologies, from shipbuilding techniques to agricultural innovations. Local cultures, far from being passive recipients, actively absorbed and adapted these external influences. This dynamic process of cultural exchange resulted in a uniquely Indonesian synthesis, a vibrant blend of indigenous traditions and foreign influences. Strategic rulers, recognizing the importance of maritime control, sought to control key ports and straits, like the vital Strait of Malacca. By controlling these strategic choke points, they could dominate trade routes and amass immense wealth, solidifying their power. This wealth, in turn, funded the creation of powerful navies, essential for protecting trade routes and projecting influence across the archipelago. It also supported lavish courts, centers of art, culture, and political intrigue, and it enabled the construction of magnificent monuments, testaments to the power and sophistication of these kingdoms, such as the awe-inspiring Borobudur and the majestic Prambanan. Indonesia's unique geography, combined with its openness to the world, created a fertile ground for innovation and growth. This potent combination allowed great kingdoms to emerge, leaving an indelible mark on the region's history and culture. The archipelago's pivotal role as a global hub, a crossroads of wind and waves, profoundly shaped its destiny, forging a unique identity. Here, amidst the ebb and flow of trade and cultural exchange, the seeds of empire were sown, laying the foundation for the Indonesia we know today. From the 7th to 13th centuries, a period marked by significant cultural and economic shifts across the globe, the Srivijayan Empire rose to prominence, ruling the seas from its strategic base in Sumatra. This island became the heart of a maritime power that would shape the destiny of Southeast Asia. Srivijaya's power lay not primarily in controlling vast swaths of land, unlike many empires of its time. Instead, its strength resided in its ability to control the vital sea lanes, specifically the Strait of Malacca and the Sunda Strait. These narrow waterways were the jugular veins of maritime trade. Every ship traversing between the vast markets of India and the resource-rich lands of China passed through Srivijaya's ports, making them essential hubs of commerce. These ships were required to pay tolls in exchange for the guarantee of safe passage through waters often plagued by pirates and rival powers. This system transformed Srivijaya into a gatekeeper of east-west trade, a crucial intermediary in the global exchange of goods and ideas. The constant flow of wealth into Srivijaya's coffers allowed it to amass staggering wealth, far surpassing many of its contemporaries. Its rulers, the Maharajas, lived in legendary opulence, indulging in luxuries that were the envy of monarchs across the known world. Their extravagant lifestyles and the grandeur of their court were meticulously described by Chinese and Arab travelers who visited Srivijaya, leaving behind invaluable accounts. Srivijaya's influence stretched far beyond Sumatra, encompassing the Malay Peninsula, Java, and numerous other islands in the archipelago. This vast sphere of influence was built not only on naval power, projecting its military might across the seas, but also on sophisticated diplomacy, forging alliances and managing complex relationships with neighboring states. It was a true thalassocracy, an empire of the sea, a testament to the power of maritime control. Srivijaya's strength was fundamentally rooted in its ability to control the flow of not just goods but also information, shaping the narrative and influencing events throughout the region. For over 5 centuries, a remarkable period of sustained dominance, Srivijaya was synonymous with power, prosperity, and cultural vibrancy in the eastern seas. Its enduring legacy lies in its role as the first great unifying power in the archipelago, forging connections and establishing a sense of shared identity. The model of governance and cultural influence established by Srivijaya profoundly inspired the kingdoms that followed, shaping the political landscape of Southeast Asia for centuries to come. Srivijaya's mastery of maritime trade, its innovative governance and its cultural achievements set the stage for what would later be known as Indonesia's Golden Age, a period of unparalleled prosperity and influence. Srivijaya was more than a trading empire, it was a center of Mahayana Buddhist learning. The wealth from trade-funded monasteries and temples attracting monks and scholars from across Asia. The Chinese monk Yi Jing stopped in Srivijaya to study Sanskrit, praising its scholarship as equal to India's. Over 1,000 monks studied in the capital, making it a world-class educational hub. Srivijaya's reputation as a beacon of Buddhist faith brought prestige and fostered ties with India and China. Its cultural influence matched its economic power, blending gold with enlightenment. Srivijaya's legacy endures as both a master of the seas and a guardian of sacred wisdom. While Srivijaya ruled the seas, the Medang Kingdom flourished on Java's fertile volcanic plains. Medang's power came from rice. Its rulers mastered irrigation, turning the land into a rice basket. Surplus food supported a large population and freed labor for massive state projects. This agricultural wealth funded the construction of hundreds of grand temples, across central Java. The kingdom's ability to organize such projects reveals a highly structured and centralized state. Medang's stability was rooted in the land, not trade, giving it resilience and continuity. Its legacy is seen in the sublime temples that rose from its soil, testaments to a society that turned rice into stone masterpieces. Medang's agricultural ingenuity shaped one of Indonesia's most brilliant eras. Before we journey deeper into the world of ancient dynasties, let's pause for a quick question. If you could travel back in time and visit just one of these legendary temples, which would you choose? Would you wander through the serene stone terraces of Borobudur, the world's largest Buddhist monument? Or would you marvel at the soaring spires of Prambanan, the grand Hindu temple complex? Let us know your pick in the comments below. And if you've ever visited either site or dream of doing so, share your story with us. We love hearing your thoughts and travel dreams. Medang's history is marked by the interplay of two dynasties, the Buddhist Sailendras and the Hindu Sanjayas. The Sailendras built Borobudur, a colossal Buddhist mandala, while the Sanjayas constructed Prambanan, a masterpiece of Hindu architecture. These rival dynasties expressed their devotion through monumental temple building, yet evidence shows remarkable religious tolerance. Temples often blend Hindu and Buddhist motifs, reflecting a culture of syncretism rather than conflict. Intermarriage and cooperation between the dynasties were common, blurring religious boundaries. This period of creative rivalry produced an unparalleled architectural legacy. The ability to harmonize different beliefs became a defining trait of Javanese culture. This spirit of tolerance would echo through Indonesia's future. After Srivijaya's decline, Majapahit rose in East Java, ushering in Indonesia's Golden Age. At its height, Majapahit's influence stretched across the archipelago, uniting diverse islands under one rule. Its power combined fertile rice lands with maritime dominance, controlling the spice trade from the Maluku Islands. The capital, Trowulan, was a metropolis of red brick, governed by a sophisticated legal code. Stability and order allowed commerce, arts, and literature to flourish. The Nagara Kretagama poem describes Majapahit's splendor and vast reach. Majapahit became the rightful center of Nusantara, a symbol of unity and cultural brilliance. Its legacy endures as a golden era in Indonesian memory. Majapahit's rise is inseparable from its legendary prime minister, Gajah Mada. Gajah Mada's Sumpah Palapa oath vowed not to enjoy life's pleasures until he unified the archipelago. Many doubted him, but his military and diplomatic campaigns brought Bali, Java, Sumatra, and more under Majapahit's influence. His vision of a united Nusantara became reality, binding kingdoms as vassals and allies. Gajah Mada's oath became a blueprint for unity, inspiring generations. He is revered as a national hero, the ultimate patriot who sacrificed for the greater good. The Sumpah Palapa is seen as a precursor to Indonesia's modern unity. Gajah Mada's ambition forged an empire and a national ideal. His legacy is a powerful reminder of the vision that shaped Indonesia. The legacies of Srivijaya, Medang, and Majapahit are woven into modern Indonesia's fabric. The national motto, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, unity in diversity, comes from a 14th century Majapahit poem. Originally, it celebrated the peaceful coexistence of Hinduism and Buddhism. The motto was adopted by Indonesia's founders to express their vision of unity across hundreds of ethnic groups and cultures. It acknowledges Indonesia's immense diversity while emphasizing the unity that binds its people. Today, Bhinneka Tunggal Ika is more than a motto, it's a guiding principle. The nation's strength lies in embracing differences and fostering harmony. The ancient kingdoms did more than build temples, they cultivated a unique, adaptive identity. Their greatest gift is the enduring legacy of unity and diversity. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the wonders of the East. Every story, every legend, and every lesson we share is made richer by your presence and curiosity. If you enjoyed exploring the legacy of unity and diversity, please subscribe to our channel, share this video with friends, and give it a like. It helps our community grow. We'd love to hear from you. What was your favorite part of today's journey? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and connect with fellow explorers from around the world. Together, let's keep the spirit of inspiration alive. Join our community for more stories that celebrate the beauty and wisdom of the East. Until next time, stay inspired.